Friday night crowd in the same old place, same warm booth and familiar face. Everybody laughs like they always do. One empty chair still waiting for you. They say I should've moved on by now, but some habits don't break easy down. Yeah, I still save a seat right next to me every time, like you're running late, like you're still mine. Yeah, I still save a seat even when the truth says leave. Call it foolish hope or a heart that won't cheat, but I still save a seat. Waitress asks if it's one or two. I say two like I always do. Your favorite song comes on the radio. I look to the right out of habit, you know. I laugh it off like I'm okay, but missing you don't fade that way. I still save a seat right next to me every time, like you're running late, like you're still mine. Yeah, I still save a seat even when the truth says leave. Call it foolish hope or a heart that won't cheat, but I still save a seat. If loving you is a ghost I keep, then let me haunt this memory. Yeah, I still save a seat through every crowded room, just in case you ever walk back in and say we ended too soon. Yeah, I still save a seat for the girl I couldn't keep. Well, moved on, but a part of me still saves you a seat. Yeah, I still save a seat. Two a.m. on an old bar clock, neon buzz in a quiet parking lot. Phone in my hand, one drink left. Trying not to text you, but I'm failing myself. I swore I was done with all this regret, but the truth gets loud when the world goes dead. These late night confessions, pouring out with the whiskey and smoke, saying all the things I should have said before I let you go. These late night confessions, I hide them when the sun shines through. By daylight I'm strong and moving on, but at midnight I'm still missing you. Bartender knows my usual lie. I say I'm fine, he just rolls his eyes. Every sad song on the jukebox knows exactly how this story goes. I keep my pride in the daylight bright, but it cracks wide open I'm still missing you. If I ever dial your number again, I hope you don't hear how broken I've been. These late night confessions, they fade with the morning light, but the truth is always waiting when the world goes quiet at night. Yeah, these are late night confessions, they show me what's real and true. I can lie to everyone else, but I can't lie to you. Yeah, these late night confessions, these late night confessions. I'd pay every dollar in my old back pocket, trade all the miles on this worn out locket. If love was a thing you could buy back cheap, I'd be broke, but your heart would be back with me. I'd sign every line, I'd take every loss, if there was a way to rewind what we lost. If love had a price, I'd be paying it tonight. I'd sell every dream just to hold you right, for one more slow sunrise. Yeah, if love had a price, I'd spend every tear I've cried. I'd go bankrupt on hope and faith just to have you back in my life. Pawn shop windows and neon signs, every shortcut still leads to your eyes. People say, boy, you gotta move on, but they never paid what loving you cost. They never felt this empty space where your goodbye still screams my name. If love had a price, I'd be paying it tonight. I'd sell every dream just to hold you right, for one more slow sunrise. Yeah, if love had a price, I'd spend every tear I've cried. I'd go bankrupt on hope and faith just to have you back in my life. If hearts were stars and tears would change, I'd never leave love on the shelf again. If love had a price, I'd pay it till I'm flat broke. All the money in this wide world couldn't buy what I love the most. Yeah, if love had a price, I'd trade my whole life twice. I'd lose everything I own just to win back you tonight. Yeah, if love had a price. Whoa. Love had a Boxes by the hallway wall, my jacket still on the kitchen chair. We talk like strangers trying not to fall, but every word still leads us there. We said we're done, we said enough, but letting go is harder than it sounds. We're hanging on to us like the last light in a fading room, on reasons back in the same old bed, dreams on different sides of the night. You say we're better off as friends, but your tears don't match your lines. We keep saying this is the end, then we circle right back again. We're hanging on to us like the last light in a fading room, on reasons we don't trust, on promises we used to use. Yeah, we're hanging on to us with both hands shaking loose. Even when the truth says let it go, we're still hanging on to If love was easy, we'd be gone. But it's the hardest thing to move on from. We're hanging on to us through every scar and every lie, through every lonely touch, through every almost goodbye. Yeah, we're hanging on to us like it's all we ever knew. Maybe one day we'll both be free, but tonight we're hanging on to us. Yeah, hanging on to us. Living room quiet at 2:15. Old song playing like it's waiting for you. Your jacket's still hanging behind that door, like you might be walking in once more. I spin around in this empty space, still tracing the shape of your face. I'm dancing with your ghost in the middle of the night alone, holding on to what I lost, like you never really left this home. Yeah, I'm dancing with your ghost under pale blue bedroom light. You're gone when the morning shows, but you're mine again every night. Wood floor cold where your feet once stood. I'd give anything just to feel you again if I could. Friends say, boy, it's time to move on, but my heart still plays our song. I close my eyes and you're right there, like a memory breathing in the air. I'm dancing with your ghost in the middle of the night alone, holding on to what I lost, like you never really left this home. Yeah, I'm dancing with your ghost under pale blue bedroom light. You're gone when the morning shows, but you're mine again every night. If letting go is the only cure, then why does holding on feel so sure? I'm dancing with your ghost till the daylight pulls you out of reach. I know you're gone and that's the truth, but my heart won't let you leave. Yeah, I'm dancing with your ghost, every slow song, every note. I learned to live with waking days. Crickets singing like an alarm. Your truck is running, my heart stands still. Feels like time stopped against my will. Your eyes won't lie, though your lips try to say this ain't our last goodbye. It's a barn-like goodbye under a tight country sky. One last kiss in the dust and dark, two breaking hearts in a single spark. Yeah, barn-like goodbye, where forever learned how to lie. We swore we'd always be side by side, but tonight it's a barn-like goodbye. Hay in your hair, tears on your sleeve. You're holding tight like you don't wanna leave. Every promise we ever made is shaking now in this fading shade. I beg you stay, you beg me strong, but we both know where this road goes wrong. It's a barn-like goodbye under a tight country sky. One last kiss in the dust and dark, two breaking hearts in a single spark. Yeah, barn-like goodbye, where forever learned how to lie. We swore we'd always be side by side, but tonight it's a barn-like you'd still be here, but dreams get loud when the end is near. It's a barn-like goodbye, still burning deep in my eyes. Every shadow, every sigh brings you back in that yellow light. Yeah, barn-like goodbye, I'll carry you till the day I die. When the world asks why I still cry, I'll say it was a barn-like goodbye. Yeah, barn-like goodbye. I swore I'd never feel this way again. Built these walls like they were my best friend. Every scar said don't let love inside. I wore my loneliness with a little pride. And then you smiled like the sun through a storm, and every old promise was suddenly warm. Yeah, love comes back around like a song you forgot you knew. Just when you think you shut it down, it finds a way back to you. Yeah, love comes back around on a road you swore was done. I was lost, I was 6 feet down, then I felt your rising sun. You took my hand like you knew my past, didn't ask me why love never lasts. You just stayed like you weren't afraid of all the mess and mistakes I made. I tried to run, I tried to doubt, but you saw straight through my way out. Yeah, love comes like a song you forgot you knew. Just when you think you shut it down, it finds a way back to you. Yeah, love comes back around on a road you swore was done. I was lost, I was 6 feet down. Then I felt your rising sun. Maybe we don't get to choose the time, but we get to choose whose hand we find. Yeah, love comes back around, stronger than it ever was. I was sure my world was breaking down. Then I learned to trust because, yeah, love comes back around. Even after all I found, every goodbye, every heartbreak sound still leads to love back around. Yeah, love comes back around. Clock on the wall says we're out of time. Your eyes won't meet these tired eyes of mine. We're sitting close but a world apart, like strangers holding pieces of a heart. I don't need answers, I don't need blame, just one small truth I can still claim. If you still care, say it slow so I can breathe. If there's any love still living there, don't let it die in me. If you still care, don't let silence take your place. Even a goodbye hurts less than doubt. If you still care. Your coffee's cold, mine's going too. Everything's wrong that once felt true. We talk in circles we can't unwind, but I hear your heart between the lines. I'm not asking you to stay the same, just tell me if you feel the flame. If you still care, say it slow so I can breathe. If there's any love still living there, don't let it die in me. If you still care, don't let silence take your place. Even a goodbye hurts less than doubt. If you still care, I can take the truth, I can take the fall. I just can't take not knowing it all. If you still care, then reach out, don't turn away. If we're standing on our last then prayer, don't let it slip in gray. If you still care, let me hear it once again. I'd rather break in honest pain than wonder if you still care. If you still care. If you still care. Mason jar light in a quiet July, fireflies dancing in your brown eyes. We sat on the tailgate talking about forever, like we had the whole world and all the weather. hand in mine felt warm and true, but I could feel the change in you. It was fireflies and goodbye, summer love with a one-way sign. We made a wish on a falling sky, then watched our North Star change its light. Fireflies and goodbye, two young hearts learning how to try. We held on tight, then learned to cry under those fireflies and goodbye. August came with your packed up dreams, cardboard boxes and quiet screams. Your mama cried on the front porch step. I said I was strong, but I just lied to myself. You kissed my cheek like you'd be okay, but your eyes had already driven them away. It was fireflies and goodbye, summer love with a one-way sign. We made a wish on a falling sky, then watched our North Star change its light. Yeah, fireflies and goodbye, two young hearts learning how to try. We held on tight, then learned to cry under those fireflies and goodbye. Some goodbyes come soft and slow, like they don't even want to go. Fireflies and goodbye still sparkle in my memory. Even now on lonely nights, they flicker back to you and me. Yeah. Fireflies and goodbye, let you go, but I still sigh. Some love don't fade, they just change the light. Those fireflies and my goodbye. Yeah, fireflies and goodbye. I watched you grow through the front yard light, from scraped up knees to your prom night. Now there's another hand holding yours, and I'm smiling like I don't feel the storm. I tell myself it's the way it should be, but my heart still remembers differently. Yeah, I loved you first, before the rings and the white dress lace. Yeah, I loved you first, before time could change our place. And I won't stand in your happiness way. I'll cheer you on and swallow the hurt, but deep in my chest it'll always be true that I loved you first. I taught you how to drive that old Ford slow, how to dance when the radio's low. Now he holds you like I used to do, and I pray he loves you as strong as I do. This ain't jealousy, this ain't regret, it's just a truth I can't forget. Yeah, I loved you first, before the rings and the white dress lace. I loved you first, before time could change our place. I won't stand in your happiness way. I'll cheer you on and swallow the hurt, but deep in my chest it'll always be true that I loved you first. you first, and I'll love you after too. Just not the way I used to, not the way I once could do. I'll smile and clap at your new life and pray that you're always safe, but my heart will always whisper soft, I loved you first. Yeah, I loved you first.